Now, please join us in welcoming to the stage Tanya McCaddy.
Hi, Jake. Good evening. My name is Tanya McCaddy. Tonight I have the honor of presenting the third annual Spirit of Matthew Award. This award is given to a young person who embodies the goals and ideals that Matt Shepard held dear. This award goes to a young person who is willing to stand up for what's right and to make the world a better place, not just for LGBT people, but for everybody. This is an award that goes to a young person who is working to erase hate and create the kind of world we all want to live in. You can imagine how I felt, the tears of joy that came to this mother when I heard that the Matthew Shepard Foundation wanted to give this very special award to my son, 17-year-old Jake Stallman. I have more. I just have a few more things I want to say. Jake got involved with the foundation when I reached out looking for resources to help my gay son. Jake became a blogger on the young adult resource site run by the foundation called MatthewsPlace.com. He has shared his story with others, and in doing so, has changed his life. Honestly, I thought it would be so easy to come up here and tell you all about Jake, but I realized that it wasn't so easy. How can I summarize my baby who's grown before my eyes? It took a long time. At first, I just stared at my blank computer screen and looked at old pictures. Since Jake was a little guy, he always had a smile on his face. He had the brightest of blue eyes and an infectious smile. He was always willing to give his friends his favorite toy. And I think the only thing Jake would really hesitate to share is his Cool Ranch Doritos. I can still see in my head with Doritos residue and a ring around his mouth and on his fingertips. You could see him thinking really hard about possibly not sharing, but Jake always did. Jake is so soft and gentle. He's a very loving young man. As Jake has grown, he has never lost the compassion for others and the desire to make sure everyone else was taken care of before himself. When Jake started middle school, I started seeing signs that he was struggling with making friends and being accepted. I remember one year Jake wanted a group of friends to have a pizza party for his birthday. I do think Jake did more planning for the party than I did. Jake, with his big heart, bought each person a gift and gave it to them at his birthday party. I realized Jake was having a hard time fitting in. Not long after, he told me that we needed to talk. In my bedroom, which seems to be the place for serious family talks, Jake told me he is gay. I told him I supported him and was beside him. His face looked utterly relieved when I asked if that was all you had to say. Right before Jake got to high school, all hell broke loose. Jake was outed at school, and you can imagine how fast word does travel in a small town in Iowa. I still don't know all what Jake went through on a daily basis at school, but I do know he was called names, bullied, and that he was soon afraid to go to school. Sorry, Jake. feeling of belonging was no longer there. Jake became withdrawn, and he was hurt and so angry. This was not the son that I knew. The infectious smile was gone. Jake's sisters were at the school, and they did what they could to protect him, but it wasn't enough. The mother bear in me came out, and I visited that school, met with the staff, and nothing happened. I took it to the school board and wanted to know how they were going to help my son and others who were bullied. That night I went home and I decided I'd take matters into my own hands, and I started a local anti-bullying campaign. I handed out flyers with my phone number, offering to help to people who are being bullied. I got a call one night, and the caller said, "Your son's a faggot, and we're going to come kill him." My heart stopped, and I felt that lump in my throat. And all I could think about was that I had to go get Jake from his work. All I want to say about that night is that my son's cries were something that, like, I've never heard. I never want to see or hear my son in such pain or that scared. He couldn't understand why someone would want to kill him because he's gay. And here now my son wanted to take his life, and how he had tried to take his life were words that have been burned into my mind. And I vowed to protect him. This past year, I have seen Jake grow, and I feel like I have my son back. And his infectious smile is back. And our anti-bullying campaign has grown. Jake now writes to kids all over the country who are bullied. Jake's words give them hope, and they help. People in our small town are coming forward to say they too have faced bullies. The school and the community are different now a year later. Jake is now on the cheerleading squad at his school and is the first male cheerleader. The work of the Matthew Shepard Foundation plays a big role in Jake's growing self-esteem, strength, and confidence. His desire is stronger than ever to make this world a better place. Dennis and Judy, thank you for creating something in Matthew's name that has given my son hope. And a positive direction in life. I will forever hold you in my heart. It is with great pleasure that I introduce to you my son, Jacob Stallman.
Wow. I want to thank you all for this award. This is a really special honor that means so much to me. My road hasn't been really easy or smooth, but I'm happy to be here with you all tonight. I was just a baby when Matt died. I do not remember what the nation was going through. I was too young to know or even understand what was going on. A year ago, I was a sophomore and I was looking for something to do for my speech competition. I found the Laramie Project and learned about Matthew's story. It overwhelmed me, but I couldn't help but cry over what happened to him. And then I raged over what happened to him. At this point in time, I felt like I was trying to survive. I thought I understood what happened to Matt, but I was wrong. I didn't know true fear until those boys called wanting to kill me. I lay in bed crying because I was so scared to walk out of my house, fearing that someone was going to shoot me. It was a dark, low, and true low point, but I knew that I shouldn't have to live in the shadows. What I've learned from my experiences is that we shouldn't have to live in the dark. Be proud of who you are and don't hide yourself. I made a secret promise that night to live for Matthew. I want to help change, educate, and erase hate. No one should ever be allowed to put another person in the dark place. But it's very sad because it still happens today. My goal is to try to end this hate that I've gotten so used to. It's not just against gay people, it's against all kind of bullying. Since I started helping my mom with her anti-bullying group, I have seen the devastating consequences of bullying in cities of all sizes. My small hometown has about 3,000 people. We had an elementary student try to hang himself in the blinds after bullies told him, "You should just kill yourself because your mom only kept you because she felt bad for you." One of the worst cases I've recently come to terms with is a girl in Iowa in 11th grade. Her moped was vandalized, and then she was nominated as homecoming queen as a joke. She had to walk in front of her school as I laughed at her. Thankfully, she has a heart of gold and the strength to keep fighting. We heard from a mother whose daughter was so beaten up badly that she was put in the hospital for 2 weeks. Kids just can't handle the constant bullying. Last year, a boy from my school took his life. I've worked hard for an end to bullying, but this award caught me off guard, to be honest. I knew my family, they read my blogs on the Matthews Place, but I really didn't think other people ever noticed them. This award has opened my eyes on how much my story is helping other people. It's hard to think that a year ago I was facing death threats, and now I'm here in this room accepting this amazing award. Though I don't know who these boys are that gave me those threats, all I know is I walk through the same halls of them every day. Their words still haunt me, but things like helping others and meeting kids who are struggling get me closer and closer to letting the pain go. There are bullies who love to try to make a joke out of me. They don't even look at me anymore after all the years they spent tearing me apart. I read an article in which Judy Shepard said that she was talking about gay marriage with Matt. He said it would never happen because he felt people didn't understand us. So much has changed in the past. We've gone from not a chance for same-sex marriage to let's get married. I think people have opened up their eyes. Maybe it has helped that more people have refused to stay in the shadows and live out and proud. Gay people aren't different from straight people. Don't we all just ultimately want love and to be happy? Thank you, everyone, for believing me. I love you all. Stay beautiful.